guys. Sorry I am gross. It's gym day. Welcome back. I'm your host, Gym Day. Just got done with Krav. And whew, I feel good. But so I want to talk to you guys about my gym days. Not specifically, but in a broad sense, because I'm pretty sure I've said this previously. I never thought that I would be someone who would be a gym person, but because I found Krav, I actually enjoy it a lot. And, oh, hold on. Shut up, car. The inside of my car is fogging up because I'm so hot and sweaty. But I actually really enjoy going to the gym. Because Krav is, for me, like, I just really enjoy it. I enjoy the workout that I get. I also enjoy the fact that I'm learning to defend myself, which I may never end up in a fight, but it's nice to know that I'm getting the skills. But anyway, so the purpose of me talking to you right now is I have goals. I think it's important for everybody to have goals, no matter what they are. Mostly because if you don't have goals, then you're just kind of, you're stagnant as a person. And even if you never ultimately reach every goal, it's important to be working towards something so that you can continue to grow as a person. A couple of my goals are fitness related. And okay, so one of my big ones is I would like to go to phase, which a lot of you probably won't know what that is, but it's essentially, it's like Krav teacher training, kind of. Because I like Krav so much, I want to learn it and teach it. Because it's just so much fun to me. But, so that's one of my goals, to get to phase. And another one of my goals is in summer of 2020, I would like to do the full Rachel Carson challenge, which, for those of you that don't know, okay, I'm going to link the Rachel Carson Trail Conservancy website down below because they're an amazing group. And B, so for those that don't know, the Rachel Carson Trail is, I think the full trail is 38 miles. But the challenge is on the Saturday closest to the longest day of the year. You have from sunrise to sunset to hike 36 miles. And the Rachel Carson Trail is a primitive trail. I'm working towards getting myself, basically I'm working towards getting in trail shape, but also in Krav shape. I actually love who I am as a person. Yeah, I mean, as simple as that. I love who I am as a person. I don't love the way my body is. Just because I want to improve something about myself doesn't mean I hate myself. And it also does not mean that I hate other people for having the same size body as me. All it means for me is I know my body can do more. And I enjoy pushing myself in that way. Right now, I don't like the way my clothes fit. I don't like that I breathe heavy when I take a set of stairs sometimes. I don't like being out of shape. The goals that I have in my life will naturally lead me towards having a body that is smaller and more in shape. That's the choice that I've made because that's how I want to grow as a person. It literally has nothing to do with anybody else. It has everything to do with my own quality of life and how I want to live my life. That's it. So, moving forward, I am hoping to have videos about my training journey. Both my Krav training journey and my hike training journey. So, you can look forward to that. But whether you do or not, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, basically I can't wait. I don't really have a timeline yet for going to phase. I'm okay with not going to phase in 2020. At minimum, I would like to test for Orange Belt in 2020. I'd hope to do that this year, but it didn't happen. But I am okay with not going to phase in 2020 because, just because of where I'm at. I feel like I'm just being kind of realistic with myself. But as far as the Rachel Carson challenge, I definitely want to do it in 2021. Or not 2021. I want to do it in 2020. Because of every year it alternates directions, and I want to do it in the direction that it's going. So, I have a definite deadline for that. Which I am hopefully today or tomorrow writing up a training schedule for myself, which should be fun because it's now mid-November, so starting training when we're hitting all the lovely weather. So if you are interested in seeing any of that journey, don't forget to subscribe, and if any of what I said resonated with you, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And this is Jim Day signing off. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. You guys, I almost forgot to mention, we got to spar a little bit in class today. So much fun. Took a couple hits, but also landed some hits too. That is so much fun. It's the next day. I'm showered, so fresh, so clean. Last night I ended up watching an update video from the YouTuber on Program Situation. And my channel's not, you guys know, the intention is not to be a reaction channel, but some of the things she said were just so on point for me. two of the things that she touched on were mental health and making sure you're mentally healthy as well as physically healthy. Yes. As she said, you don't want to be physically healthy but still screwed up. And I just really felt that because it's something that I've been working towards also. So that's love it. But the other thing she talked about was how she doesn't fully fall in line with the extreme end of the spectrum on health at every size. And I'm 100% there with her. And I think it's one of the things that I've been trying to get across is that and I even talked about it before, you can want to be healthy at the size you're at, but also want to improve yourself and be healthy at a smaller size. And that doesn't mean you hate yourself, and it doesn't mean that you are judging anyone else for their choice to be at whatever size they choose to be at. It just means that it's what you're choosing for yourself. With that in mind, I still want to touch on the exercise aspect of things. And I know that there are a lot of people that don't enjoy exercising. And when I talk about exercising, it isn't always about going out and running 5 miles or going to the gym 5 times a week and lifting weights and, being on machines for 2 hours. It's about moving more. It's about taking those small steps to make yourself healthier. And that's part of me wanting to meet you guys where you are, in that I am at a point where there are certain exercises that I thoroughly enjoy doing and I absolutely love. Let's be really clear. I hate running. I absolutely hate running. Trail running, amazing. Road running, boring and so difficult for me. But that's me. And that's one aspect of things, is that for everyone, there are different ways to move more that you're going to find enjoyment in. And another thing I will always encourage people to do is find joy in their life and find the things that bring them joy. So if you are just starting out trying to find your whatever's going to help you move more that brings you joy, there are things that you can do or try that have worked for me in the past. And by no means is this a comprehensive list, but these are some of the things that have worked for me, I've seen work for other people. So the first one is to think about the things that you did as a kid. For me, because I grew up in Maryland, and where we grew up, we were surrounded by state park. So I would spend so much time hiking in the woods, spend so much time swimming and biking, and those are the things that when I started to move more, I'd go hiking with my dad, or I'd go urban hiking, or I would, bike the city, and those things I found joy in, because it was getting to go back and essentially relive my childhood in a way. So maybe for you it's You, I don't know, played softball with neighborhood kids, or you were a runner, or you played whatever, dodge, whatever. You can work on finding those things that you did as a kid and finding a group, neighborhood group, to do it with now. The other thing is starting off small. And partly I say this because, again, I am not a doctor, and if you're going to start a new regimen, maybe talk to your doctor first so you don't get hurt. If you're a person who, for whatever reason, maybe because of your job or because of a health issue or whatever, you lead a fairly sedentary life, sometimes moving more just means taking a small walk around the block. And if it's more than you normally do, awesome. And another way you can do this is, and I actually really like doing this a lot because it's sometimes easier to fit in to your day, is doing things like going to the mall, doing a lap of the mall. No one's going to really question you if you take a minute to sit on a mall bench or if you test drive a chair at IKEA. So if you need to, you can sit for a minute. It doesn't always have to be like a full mall. Maybe you need to go to Target to pick up some things. And instead of just going and getting the things that you need and then leaving, maybe go, get the things you need, and take an extra lap or two around Target. Because, again, no one's going to question you because you're just shopping at Target. The third thing that has tremendously helped me is trying new things. And sometimes it's about trying new things on a small scale. For example, I enjoy hiking. I wanted to find a way to combine the fact that I love hiking and I finally had time in my life to give back. So I joined the Carson Trail Conservancy, which there are three kind of major trails in the area: the Harmony Trail, the Rachel Carson Trail, and the Baker Trail. And they're like the three main trails that the Conservancy takes care of. So it's a really great excuse for me to get out on the trail because I'm going to help maintain the trails. So I'm getting out and moving more that way. I'm also meeting new people, making new friends, and it's just a small way that I push my comfort level a little, like push my boundaries a little bit. There are also opportunities to step out of your comfort zone in a much larger way and try new things. I never thought that I would be the type of person to go to a gym. A friend of mine wanted to try Krav Maga. So I said, let's do it. Let's go to a class and try it out. By the way, many gyms will give you a day pass or a week pass to try out their gym. Do it. Try it out. You never know what you might find. So my friends and I went and tried Krav Maga, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Which relates back to the stuff you saw earlier. So that ended up being something that I'm absolutely in love with, and I found a way to move more and get myself healthier. And you never know what you're going to fall in love with. It might be martial arts. It might be water polo. It might be underwater welding. You just never know. So I guess those are like the 3 tips that I would give you is move more and start small. Start by looking at things that you did when you were a kid, and don't be afraid to try new things and push your boundaries. Don't forget to like and subscribe!